When someone's effort starts fading, it's not confusion, it's revelation. There's a moment in every relationship when you feel it. The silence after the good morning text stops coming, the distance disguised as being busy, the affection that turns into obligation. And it hurts. It hurts because it's not just about losing them, it's about watching what you thought was real slowly dissolve in front of you. But listen, this is not a tragedy. This is your awakening. When their words no longer match their actions, the universe isn't punishing you, it's teaching you. It's showing you that loyalty means nothing when it's one-sided, that love without consistency is manipulation, and that attachment without respect is self-destruction. This is the point where most people lose themselves. They chase answers instead of truth. They bargain for attention instead of demanding peace. And they confuse persistence with strength. But strength, real strength, is not in fighting for someone who has already stopped showing up. Strength is in understanding that love should never require you to abandon yourself to keep someone else. You see, when someone starts pulling away, you're faced with two choices: chase what's leaving or protect what's left of you. And every second you choose to chase, you tell yourself a lie, that if you try harder, love will return. It won't, because love that can leave, love that can ignore your pain, love that can watch you break and stay silent, that was never love. It was comfort wearing a mask. The truth is simple, but brutal. People treat you based on what you allow. You teach them how to value you by the way you value yourself. When you keep accepting half effort, you teach them that half is enough. When you keep forgiving without change, you teach them that your boundaries are negotiable. And when you stay silent while your needs are ignored, you teach them that your voice doesn't matter. So, what happens if this happens? If love fades, if their interest dies, if their energy shifts? You rise. You stop explaining. You stop chasing. You stop trying to make them see your worth, and you start showing it to yourself, because that's when real transformation begins. Pain, as unfair as it feels, is the most honest teacher you'll ever have. It strips away illusions, forces you to confront the truth, and rebuilds you with strength you didn't know you had. Every heartbreak is a mirror. It reflects the parts of you that still needed validation from someone else. But when you finally see that you don't need their approval to feel complete, that's when you truly evolve. Understand this: love is not meant to drain you, it's meant to expand you. If someone's presence in your life constantly makes you question your worth, it's not love, it's dependence. Real love builds your confidence, not your anxiety. It inspires growth, not exhaustion, and it never asks you to beg for attention. If they stop caring, let them. If they stop showing up, don't shut. That's maturity. Think about it. How many times have you tried to fix something that wasn't yours to fix? How many nights have you replayed conversations, trying to understand why they changed, what you did wrong, how to win them back? But the truth is, you can't win someone who's already chosen to lose you. You can't love someone into maturity. You can't heal someone by breaking yourself. Detachment doesn't come from hate, it comes from acceptance. Acceptance that some people will never apologize, some endings will never make sense, some situations will never be fair, and that's okay. You don't need closure when you have clarity. You don't need revenge when you have peace. When you detach, you begin to move differently. You no longer chase conversations that drain you. You stop over-explaining your feelings to people who listen only to reply, not to understand. You stop depending on someone else's validation to feel secure. You stop reacting to disrespect with explanations. Because when you know your worth, silence becomes your loudest answer. Emotional detachment is strength disguised as stillness. It's not passive, it's powerful. It's what allows you to observe instead of absorb. It's what helps you respond instead of react. It's what separates emotional chaos from emotional intelligence. You're not walking away from love, you're walking towards self-control. You're saying, my peace matters more than your attention. And boundaries with arrogance, your silence with indifference, your peace with pride. But that's fine. You're not here to be understood. You're here to... You weren't enough. It means they weren't ready. It means they didn't have the strength to match your loyalty. And that's not your burden to carry. Self-respect means you stop auditioning for a role you already gave your soul to. You stop sending messages that go unanswered. You stop replaying what went wrong, because closure isn't given. Stand firm in your worth. Don't chase. Don't beg. Don't settle. The moment your self-respect stands tall, the right people will rise to meet it. Pain is not the enemy. It's the messenger. It's the force that breaks illusions and exposes truth. It's the one experience we all try to avoid, yet it's the only one that truly wakes us up, because pain has a way of pointing you exactly where you need to go, even when you're terrified to face it. When everything falls apart, pain doesn't come to destroy you, it comes to guide you back to yourself. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every disappointment is not punishment, it's direction. It's life saying, you've stayed too long where you're not valued, you've settled for less than you deserve, you've mistaken comfort for love. Pain tears away the fantasy so you can finally see the truth, and that truth, no matter how heavy, is freedom. We live in a world that runs from pain. We numb it, ignore it, bury it under distractions and fake smiles. But pain never leaves when you hide from it. It waits until you're quiet enough to listen. Because pain isn't trying to destroy you, it's trying to wake you. It's trying to make you remember your strength. The moment you start listening to your pain, instead of resenting it, something changes. You begin to realize that every wound was a lesson, every tear was a release, and every loss was a redirection. Pain doesn't just tell you what hurts, it tells you what needs healing. It shows you where your boundaries were crossed, where your self-worth was neglected, where your peace was sacrificed. Think about it. The person who betrayed you taught you the value of honesty. The one who left you showed you the importance of self-reliance. The rejection you faced pushed you to discover your own value without needing someone else's validation. Pain has been your greatest teacher. It just doesn't wear the robes of comfort. When you let pain guide you instead of consume you, you start transforming. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of life and start seeing yourself as a student of it. Pain refines your focus. It strips away illusions and forces you to confront reality. And it's through that confrontation that you rebuild your sense of self-worth. You begin to realize, I am not what happened to me, I am what I chose to learn from it. That's where your strength begins. Pain becomes your compass because it shows you what no longer aligns with your growth. It reminds you that you are worthy of peace, of respect, of love that doesn't break you. When you've been hurt deeply, you have two choices: to let it harden you or to let it awaken you. Most people choose the first. They build walls, they grow bitter, they hide behind anger. But strength doesn't come from becoming cold. True strength comes from feeling everything, learning from it, and still choosing peace. That's what pain is trying to teach you. Not to be tougher, but to be truer. Because pain, at its core, is truth. It doesn't lie, it doesn't pretend. It shows you exactly where you've given too much, where you've been silent too long, where you've accepted less than you deserve. It reminds you that healing is not forgetting. It's forgiving yourself for tolerating what hurt you. When you follow the direction pain points you toward, you begin to rise. You stop begging for closure from those who caused the wound. You stop trying to rewrite the past. Instead, you learn to rewrite your story. You use your scars as evidence, not of your weakness, but of your endurance. Pain teaches you that your worth isn't measured by how much you endure, but by what you no longer allow yourself to endure again. It shows you that love without respect isn't love, that attention without consistency isn't care, that forgiveness without change isn't healing. And when you finally learn the lesson, something inside you shifts. You stop being afraid of pain. You no longer see it as an ending, but as a beginning. Because every time pain enters your life, it's life redirecting you. It's the compass spinning toward growth. It's saying, honey, you deserve more than this. It's time to move. So many people get lost because they run from pain instead of letting it lead them. But those who rise, the ones who truly evolve, are the ones who face it head on. They ask, what is this trying to teach me? And then they listen. They let pain break their illusions, not their identity. They use it as fuel, not fire. You can't heal what you refuse to feel. You can't rebuild your worth if you keep pretending nothing hurt you. Pain isn't weakness, it's information. It's life showing you exactly where your self-worth needs reinforcement. So when pain finds you, don't collapse, connect with it, don't curse it, question it. Ask, what are you trying to show me? Because behind every ache is an invitation to rise. Behind every ending is a doorway to something greater. Pain refines you, it humbles you, it softens the ego and strengthens the soul. It strips away the temporary so you can find what's eternal within yourself.